following us.
Go away! Nope.
The rocking chair.
Oh my God!
The chair's moving.
Every chilling Appalachian encounter begins when you realize you're being watched. From a motionless figure silently staring at a cabin to an unknown entity mimicking human voices, what is truly hiding in these ancient woods. This encounter shows how quickly wild animals can turn a peaceful family outing into a dangerous situation. On a sunny afternoon, a family was enjoying a quiet hike when a bear suddenly appeared from the forest and began following them along the trail. With a young child beside them, the adults knew they could not afford to panic. They stayed close together, made noise, raised their arms to appear larger, and slowly backed away while watching the animal.
He's following you, babe. Hey, bear!
Hey, bear! Hey!
Holy he's following us.
Oh! Oh! Go!
Okay.
Okay, you guys go up there.
Don't run. Do not run.
Hey! Can we play dead now? Can we play dead?
Griffin?
Following us up the trail has no intention of...
Hey!
He wanted to see a bear.
Running was not a safe option because the child could not outrun a charging bear, and sudden movement might trigger the animal's instinct to chase. Although the bear may have only been curious, it continued moving behind them and left the family with very little room for error. Their calm response may have prevented the encounter from becoming much worse. Do you think the family handled this frightening situation correctly? In April 2025, a woman named Tyla shared footage from a solo glamping trip deep in the Appalachian Mountains. What began as a calm night under the open sky soon became deeply unsettling. While spending time near her campsite, Tyler suddenly heard a strange noise that made her stop immediately. Her dog was normally confident and quick to bark, but this time it seemed uncertain. The animal appeared unable to decide whether to make noise or remain completely quiet.
Come on, baby. Yeah, let's go. We're excited. Okay. You just wanted to be in the video. Say hey. Yeah, because what is that? Let's go inside. No, what is that? Yo, come on. Come on, Yoke. He came inside so fast. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but we in for the night. We in for the night.
Whatever they heard felt unusual enough that both of them quickly returned inside for the night. Dogs can often detect faint or distant sounds before people notice them. Still, neither Tyler nor the camera revealed what caused the noise. Was it only an animal hidden nearby or something they were right to avoid? A camping trip filled with laughter suddenly took a disturbing turn after nightfall. Just as he prepared to sleep, strange sounds began coming from the darkness. On March 25th, 2022, YouTuber Grizzly set out on another camping trip. Known for his adventurous lifestyle and frequent outdoor trips across the United Kingdom, he began the day in a cheerful mood. At first, the outing was relaxed and filled with jokes and laughter. Nothing suggested that the night would become far more unsettling than he had expected.
This is my throne here, not the one that I sit on to do toilet. I used to be king of these woods, but I passed it on. To someone else. Can't even remember the name who I passed it on to. Living life. I'm in the woods again today, guys.
However, everything changed when he prepared to settle down and sleep. Strange noises suddenly began nearby, followed by something he never expected to happen.
Just thought we'd come out for a little bit of a wander in the dark. No, can't see out. Hold on. Pitch black. Oh, sorry. I had some kids earlier just running about, messing about. So, if I find them, I'm going to put me little blue lights on. do this. Walk through woods going woo 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 woo. Come on, mate.
At night, limited visibility can make it difficult to identify where a sound is coming from or what caused it. Was it only someone moving nearby, or had something unknown approached his camp? On September 5th, 2020, YouTuber Phoenix planned to launch an ASMR channel featuring wooded trails and natural outdoor audio. Yet his first recording session produced something far different from the relaxing sounds he expected. While exploring, Phoenix entered a section of the woods that had previously been blocked by a wall. A damaged part of the barrier had created an opening into the restricted area. After moving inside, he heard a disturbing sound coming from somewhere among the trees. Phoenix was an experienced trail walker who often wandered deep into the forest, but he claimed that he had never heard anything similar in Michigan. Although Phoenix believed cryptids might be real, he chose not to continue toward the noise or search for its source. From the tone of the sound, he believed the creature was either in pain or reacting with anger. Wild animals may make unfamiliar calls when they feel threatened, suffer an injury, or defend their territory. However, the audio offered no clear way to identify what was hiding in the woods. Was it simply a distressed animal, or did Phoenix make the right decision by turning back? This encounter shows how quickly a wilderness hike can become dangerous. Kyle Burgess was walking through State Canyon in Utah when a mother cougar blocked his path.
Go away! No! 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 Go! No! No!
For 6 frightening minutes, the animal followed him as he slowly tried to escape. Cougars often act aggressively when protecting their young. She may have been forcing Kyle away, but one wrong move could still have triggered an attack. What would you have done? A remote cabin with no nearby homes or cell service already sounds dangerous, but what waited inside the cabin was even worse. On October 27th, 2025, YouTuber Chris Baird and a friend traveled to the infamous Skinwalker cabin hidden deep inside an isolated forest. The location could only be reached by dirt roads. There were no houses or phone service nearby, and lakes and ponds surrounded the area. The cabin was already known for reports of paranormal activity. Soon after the investigation began, Chris and his friend found themselves becoming part of its disturbing history.
All right, guys, as you can see behind me, there's a cabin sitting there. This cabin is known as the Skinwalker cabin. We are in an area of the forest that people say skinwalkers reside. A lot of weird stuff happens in this forest, and there's a lot of reason to believe that the owners know about it. We were actually here about 3 months ago. Apparently this is like a little memorial shrine, like for protection. They try to keep this negative energy away, but if you guys only knew the stories, terrifying things. They hear doors slamming at nighttime. They actually have like reports of people breaking into the cabin, and they go check and there's nobody here. You guys want us to come back here? And we're...
To be fair, someone literally was outside the cabin.
We caught
her on camera.
Don't know.
What the fuck was that? That was a tree knock.
That was a growl. You guys always just mad at me when I do this, but...
Oh my god.
That was a whistle back.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Dude, if I had a Big Mac right now, I don't think I'd ever complain again.
Dude. Hello?
What do we keep hearing?
I saw something.
What'd you see?
I don't know, bro. I'm just seeing shadows. Maybe I'm just freaking out over my own shadow. Hello? Alright, Chris, come on. We got this. We can do this.
We're in a trail right now, guys. Look at us. See? We're exploring trails.
Yeah.
Exploring with trails.
Come on. I'm trying to motorboat you.
Oh.
I mean, motivate you.
It's been so long. Feels like almost like a dock.
This?
But it's like collapsed.
Well, do you think maybe it's something for...
What are you going to shoot at? The fucking trees?
The skinwalkers.
Certainly, okay.
The skinwalkers, of course.
They noticed figures and dark shapes moving between the trees. At first, they believed the situation could not become more frightening, but those sightings were only the beginning of several strange events that unfolded that night.
Chris, that's a tree knock. There's a stick right there. Do it back.
I was gonna start clapping. All right, guys, we can do that too. Trying to poke your eye out. Came from the water.
Okay.
I just heard you do it. Can you do it again? I'm breaking the fucking stick.
Oh my God!
Something outside then appeared to copy their voices. Frightened by whatever was moving through the darkness, they rushed into the cabin and hoped the building would protect them. It seemed as though something in the forest wanted them to leave its territory. However, the cabin offered no safety. Instead, something even more disturbing appeared to be waiting inside.
Where did you guys come from? Like, who summoned you? How did you get here? Summoned.
So, when were you summoned? Can you at least tell us that? What the f was that?
The rocking chair.
Oh my God!
The chair's moving.
Dude, I'm like frozen right now. I legit can't move right now.
Someone's like getting dragged upstairs. Don't look at me, you just said. Where are you? In the back?
Echoes and animal calls can sometimes sound surprisingly human in a dense forest. Still, that explanation may not account for the shadows or what happened after they entered the cabin. Were they being warned to leave, or had they walked directly into something more dangerous? In July 2025, Sear Spence uploaded footage from a trip that was never expected to be unusual. He and his partner had planned a quiet van camping journey along the Appalachian Trail. It was the kind of familiar trip they had already taken many times before. However, someone in the forest disrupted their normal routine. What began as a calm camping experience soon turned into a disturbing encounter neither of them had expected.
Hey man, this is kind of our camp spot.
This is all God's.
No, that's not how it works.
Understand that the Lord,
We paid for
the
this.
angels up above.
I did not see that. Whoa. Yo, stop.
We milk the earth.
Okay, no,
for all
seriously,
its
stop, stop,
and nutrients.
stop. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
I'm lactose intolerant. You'll have to excuse me.
No, stop. Go back inside, go. Ew.
Remote camping areas can make encounters with strangers feel more dangerous because help may be far away. Was this person simply behaving strangely, or did Sir Spence and his partner avoid something much worse? This encounter shows how quickly a wildlife sighting can become life-threatening. A group of experienced hikers began making loud noises to distract the animal. At the same time, they warned the people in its path to move away from the trail. Those hikers needed to respond carefully. They could not run, scream, or make sudden movements that might trigger the bear's instinct to chase.
Make noise! Make noise!
Get off the trail! Get off the trail!
Look, let...
Get off the trail!
Don't run, dudes! Oh shit! We're next! You're good!
A grizzly bear can weigh up to 800 pounds and reach speeds above 30 miles per hour. During an attack, it can use both its powerful jaws and claws, which may grow up to 4 inches long. The people on the trail were only moments away from a potentially devastating encounter. Running could have made the danger even worse, while staying calm gave them a better chance to escape. Do you think the hikers handled the situation correctly? This encounter shows how quickly food can attract danger on the trail. While hiking the Appalachian Trail, a woman stopped to eat when a black bear suddenly approached her meal.
No. Did not get my food. Get out of here. Go. Get. Holy crap, it's a bear. I'm sitting here eating. Dude, go. You got plenty of food out here. Go. Get. He keeps coming over here. I go hang my food up. I guess I'm not eating tonight. Thank you. Get out of here.
Standing only a few feet from the animal, she had to control her fear and stay calm. Black bears have a powerful sense of smell and may follow food odors. Was the bear only looking for a meal, or could the encounter have turned dangerous? One morning, a woman stepped outside her remote cabin and noticed a motionless figure standing between the trees. From that moment, the peaceful forest no longer felt safe. She had chosen the isolated cabin because she wanted privacy, quiet, and time away from other people. However, the strange discovery made her question every decision that had brought her so far into the woods.
Wait for it. Why does it look like a goddamn Yeti? Anybody? Because it's real tall. I'm not down with it.
The figure was difficult to see, but it appeared to be facing the cabin. It did not move or make any sound. Its complete stillness felt deliberate, as though someone or something had been watching her for an unknown amount of time. The cabin had once felt like a private sanctuary. Now it seemed more like a trap. There were no nearby neighbors and no one would hear her if she screamed for help. She could not stop thinking about what might have happened if the figure had approached the house, tested the doors, or returned while she was sleeping. She would have had nowhere to run and no one coming to protect her. Distance and shadows can sometimes make trees or objects look human. Still, the figure seemed focused on the cabin. Was someone truly watching her, or did the forest create a frightening illusion? On May 26, 2018, YouTuber AT2018 Sam B was hiking along the Appalachian Trail when she rounded a corner and stopped in terror. A large black bear was sitting directly in the middle of the trail and showed no sign of moving away. Sam remained completely still. Every instinct told her to run, but she knew that fleeing from a bear could make the situation much more dangerous. The animal continued staring at her, and she could not understand what it intended to do. All she could do was remain patient and hope the bear would decide that she was not a threat.
There's a bear right in front of me. I wish he would walk on. Yeah, like keep walking. Keep walking. Oh my God, he's in front of me. So he's this far away. No, not this way. Go the other way.
Eventually, the bear left the trail and disappeared into the forest. Sam was unharmed, but the encounter left her deeply shaken and reminded her how quickly a normal hike could become a struggle for survival. Running may cause a bear to chase, so her decision to remain calm may have prevented the situation from getting worse. If the animal had acted more aggressively, the outcome could have been very different. Do you think Sam handled the encounter correctly? On June 22, 2023, YouTuber Metro on the Move was hiking along the Appalachian Trail when something ahead suddenly placed him on high alert. A bear cub was standing on the path. Metro immediately began thinking about what that could mean. A mother bear was likely somewhere nearby, and female bears can become extremely dangerous when they believe their young are being threatened. He prepared himself for the possibility that an angry mother might suddenly appear and confront him. Instead, the cub eventually moved away without the situation becoming violent, catching Metro completely by surprise.
Look, dude, there's a bear, dude. Right there. Right there. You see it? You see the bear? Holy shit. Whoa. He's staring at us too, man. I don't know if you guys can see that on the GoPro. He's looking up. He ain't scared. He wants to cross.
He does, but he's not big either.
No, that means the mama's somewhere around here. Oh, there he goes. Oh,
Decent size for a cub, though. I don't know that they're
that's a
that
cub.
big.
Yeah, that's a cub. Holy cow. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Hey, bear.
Although the encounter ended safely, it could easily have become much worse. Mother bears may charge from a long distance if they sense danger near their cubs, attacking with powerful protective aggression. The surrounding trees may have hidden the mother from view, leaving Metro unaware of how close she might have been. Keeping his distance may have prevented a dangerous reaction. Was he simply lucky, or did his calm behavior help him avoid an attack? In October 2025, YouTuber Adventure Marksman went on a regular elk hunting trip. During the session, he used an elk call tube and also produced calls himself. These sounds could be heard several times throughout the footage. However, instead of receiving a normal response from an elk, he began hearing a series of strange noises coming from somewhere nearby.
Whoop! Holy shit. I don't know.
Many viewers quickly formed their own theories about what had made the sounds. Among the reactions, one more reasonable explanation stood out. Ravens can produce a surprisingly wide variety of calls, including noises that may sound like grunts or cries. Still, some of the deeper sounds were harder to identify. Was it only wildlife gathering nearby, or was a much larger animal hidden in the area? This encounter shows how dangerous even a short break in the wilderness can become. One hidden snake was enough to turn a peaceful moment into a serious survival risk. On July 8, 2011, YouTuber Grizzly was hiking along the Appalachian Trail when he stopped to rest at the Mohican Outdoor Center. He found a comfortable rock beside the creek and took a moment to enjoy the surrounding scenery. Without warning, a venomous snake appeared from the nearby underbrush, instantly changing the quiet break into a dangerous encounter. Grizzly moved back and tried to give the snake enough space to reach the water. However, instead of heading directly toward the creek, the animal began slithering toward him. With the snake moving closer each second, his safe options quickly became limited.
Stop. Good. Shit. Good.
Depending on the species, a venomous bite can cause severe pain, serious tissue damage, and potentially fatal complications without fast medical care. Grizzly was alone and far from help, while facing an animal capable of striking before he could react. Every movement carried risk. If the stick had slipped or the snake had reacted aggressively, he might have been forced to race toward civilization before the venom spread further. Snakes often defend themselves when they feel trapped or threatened, so creating distance was important. Was the animal actually approaching him, or was it simply trying to find an escape route? This encounter shows how quickly a peaceful hike can become dangerous. On March 11, 2023, Jabin Hicks and his friend from As the Crow Flies Hiking were exploring the North Carolina backcountry when they heard a black bear huffing and scratching a nearby tree. The bear was only a few yards away and had already noticed them.
Walking up so quickly on that bear, I thought I saw some ears down here. Yep, right here he is.
Holy crap.
Get beside me right here.
Yeah. Hey, bear!
Slowly back away.
Yeah.
Leave no one off threat.
Uh-oh, is he coming?
No.
Huh?
No.
Realizing the danger, both hikers stayed together and slowly backed away. The claw marks may have been a way for the bear to signal its presence to other animals. Although the behavior did not guarantee an attack, one sudden movement could have made the situation much worse. Do you think they handled the encounter correctly? On August 16, 2018, YouTuber Exploring with Tom entered a reportedly haunted forest in England to film a regular video. Soon after recording began, he spotted what appeared to be a clown hiding among the trees. The disturbing figure quickly changed the entire mood of the trip.
Mate, just chill, okay? Just chill.
on, mate, just chill. I'll call the police or something, or the ambulance if you need help. This guy, man. He's like, fuck, you guys up to me. I offered to call the police and the ambulance, he didn't want me to. No, you gotta just chill. You've gotta just chill. Mate, back off. Back off.
Was it only a frightening prank, or was the person waiting there for a more dangerous reason? The Fugate family became known across Appalachia for their unusual blue-tinted skin. The cause was not supernatural, but a rare inherited blood disorder. The condition called methemoglobinemia was passed through generations in an isolated community where relatives often married within the same small population. The family line began with Martin Fugate and Elizabeth Smith in the 1820s. Many descendants inherited the recessive gene, although most reportedly lived normal lives. One descendant, Luna Stacy, lived to age 77 and had 13 children. The last Blue Fugate was born in 1975. Could you have guessed that genetics caused their striking appearance? While camping in the Appalachian Mountains, someone woke up and noticed a large spider directly above the tent. For a few frightening seconds, it appeared to be inside. They soon realized it was actually crawling on the outside, but it was still an unsettling way to begin the morning. In another Appalachian case, a homeowner returned after being away for several months and found tiny handprints inside the empty house. The marks had not been there before, and no one was known to have entered during that time. Some believed a raccoon or squirrel may have slipped through a small opening since their paw prints can look like tiny human hands. Others suspected something stranger. Whatever caused them something had apparently been inside. What do you think left those prints? One winter night, a man took his dogs for a walk after a heavy snowstorm. The silence was suddenly broken by a loud, unfamiliar sound.
Hey! Hey!
Unsure whether wolves were nearby, he recorded it and shared the footage online. Viewers suggested everything from hellhounds and La Llorona to a Wendigo. Snow can make distant noises seem louder and closer. Still, whatever made the sound seemed enormous. Was it only an animal in the darkness or something stranger? A man traveled into the forest to inspect his cabins when he came across an unusual scene. A group of women stood in an open area, each wearing a headset and moving in a trance-like way. Their slow actions appeared almost meditative, but then they suddenly stopped and held unnatural positions. Some were lying face down on the gravel, others stood completely still while facing the trees, and several were twisted strangely on the ground with their feet bent at unusual angles. It may have been an unusual form of meditation, but to an outsider the scene looked extremely eerie. What do you think the group was doing? While exploring an old college in Appalachia that was built in the late 1800s, a hiker discovered something unusual in the basement. It was a sheet filled with strange markings, including astrological signs, hexagrams, and planetary symbols. The images appeared to follow a clear pattern rather than being placed randomly. Some people believe the design may be connected to alchemy, Kabbalah, or Hermetic traditions. Others think it combines genuine occult symbols with markings invented by whoever created it. People sometimes combine symbols from different traditions to create their own personal designs. Still, no one knows who made this sheet or why it was abandoned in the basement. Was it part of a serious practice or simply someone's mysterious artwork? A Reddit user was hiking in Albemarle County when he noticed something alarming on the trail. At first, he believed the snake was an Appalachian cobra, a creature known for a dangerous bite. A commenter later identified it as an eastern hognose snake, which is harmless. This species is known for using dramatic tricks to frighten threats. It may flatten its neck, hiss loudly, or even pretend to be dead. The snake only looked dangerous because it was trying to defend itself. Would you have recognized it, or would you have believed it was something deadly? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.